Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Sunday. This is Devils After Dark, coming to you live from the Primetime Radio studios inside the bunker in an undisclosed location in beautiful New Jersey. And Scotty's Michael J. Fox Studios, housing his wonderful 1984 DeLorean in Beverly Hills, California. Streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network as the Devils lose in a landslide to the Colorado Avalanche tonight. 4-0. 4-0.
In a landslide. I see what you did there, Sam Wu.
Little punny action.
Little pun action. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sam Wu went to joke school over the weekend, apparently, and now he's got some of the goods.
Yeah, I actually took the DeLorean out to the Big Ten game.
Mm-hmm.
On Saturday.
And how'd that go?
Yeah, I wish I could go back in time and not buy those tickets.
Hey, it was quite the experience, though, wasn't it?
Oh, it was. No, all joking aside, it was the whole. On Friday night, I went to a company Christmas party. It was over the top notch shot. Like everything was done very well. Top shelf liquor. You had lots of food, lots of people, distinguished guests. And then you hightail it over to Indianapolis. That, right afterwards. Just made it to the game. DJ Yoshi, who used to be the DJ for the New Jersey Devils. He was actually DJing the Big Ten game. I thought it was pretty cool. The only thing that I didn't like was the referees in that game. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, I think a lot of people, didn't like the way the Devils performed tonight. And they can't blame it all on the referees. But, yeah. This was a tough one to get through, but we're back. We know we missed Friday night. We're going to do a little double dose tonight here, so we have at least something a little bit good to talk about, But let's start with game number 30 on the season. At home, second game of this 5-game homestand. It's Scotty and Sam Wu here on Devils After Dark. Hello, everyone. YouTube and Facebook and X and Twitch and wherever the hell else you might be listening to. Hello. How's it doing? No really changes in the lineup for the Devils. Jake Allen is in net. This is the Avs' second game of a back-to-back. The Avs, they got big-time players too, just like the Devils. So thought this was going to be a really interesting game, but an old friend who's now turned into a nemesis was greeting us once again. He's no longer a Dallas Star. Now he is a Colorado Avalanche. And oh boy, has Scott Wedgwood turned into, Batman's got his Joker. Jerry had his Newman. Now we have our Wedgwood. Wedgwood! What happened to that close call in front of the net? Wedgwood! Where was that when you were on our team, old Scotty boy? Why you gotta save it? Why do you gotta save the, 970 save percentage for all the games you play against the Devils? Damn it to hell! That was basically the story of the game. Wedgwood! Stumped the Devils at every turn. Now, I will say it didn't look like the Devils had the full gear going today, and I had a feeling. This was going to happen halfway through the first period because the Avs got on the board pretty early with Ross. Was it Ross Colton? Yeah, it was Ross Colton, right? He got behind Dylan and Dougie. Oh, no. This is the one where Dylan and Dougie Dougie was on his man behind the net, and Dylan was kind of creeping below that goal line there. And Middlestat was able to just pass the puck right out in front to Ross Colton, who was wide open in the low center slot position. Not a spot you really want to leave someone open, and can't really fault that one on Jake Allen. And it's like, okay, how the Devils going to respond here? Because we've seen them, have these slow starts and whatnot. They get 2 goals called back. The first one, obviously, nice play by our boy Jesper Bratt over here, who did the equivalent of like the reverse dunk, like the old school NBA Jams reverse dunk here, where a puck shot up in the air and Jesper Bratt hit it with his stick over his head and then over Wedgwood into the back of the net. Pretty play, but very obvious that was a high stick there. So that one gets waved off. And then we get a scrum in front of the net, and Timo Meier is there. A couple whacks at that puck, and it does go in. Legally, not like it was pushed in or anything like that. It does go into the net, but the refs blow the whistle. However, they blow the whistle after the puck crosses the goal line. But they're saying that I believe it was that they lost sight of the puck, and the intention was there to blow the whistle beforehand. I don't know about buying that, but, that could be just because I'm from the Devils' bias perspective over here, But that was a close one. I could see it going either way. But the puck definitely was over the line. Over the line! Big Lebowski style. Before that whistle blew. Now, the officials can say they lost sight of the puck. I do not believe that is challengeable. Hence why Sheldon Keefe Richards did not challenge it. But as soon as that happened, as soon as that second goal came back, I'm like, this is not going to be a good one for this team tonight. Wedgwood always destroys us now, and we've just had 2 goals called back. And that's basically what happened. Who got the second goal for the Avalanche? O'Connor, nasty redirection in front. Puck shot from the point, going to the far side. He tips it, turns it into a changeup back to the near side. Again, another one Allen has no chance on. That was at 14:52 of the first period. Ross Colton's goal was 4:07 in, so the Avalanche scored pretty early. And the Devils did kind of put on a little momentum there. But I said, those 2 callback goals, you could see exactly where this game was going. The Devils had a power play after that. Dougie rattled one off the crossbar, it beat Wedgwood, and just ting off the crossbar. And that's just kind of the story of the night here. Wedgwood, made it all happen. Lehkonen got the third goal. He get behind Brendan Dillon on a line change. Good stretch pass there from, was it? Rantanen. No. It was Middlestad again on the Lehkonen goal. Stretch pass, breakaway. Buries a glove side past Jake Allen. 3-0. Devils get have a power penalty kill there. I actually have it in my note. Devils look like New York Football Giants tonight. So that should tell you exactly, what was going on there. It just seemed like they were not in full gear for whatever reason tonight. I don't know if I'm the only one who thought that way. There were moments, there were flashes of it, but it just seemed like they were not in full gear. Jesper Bratt drew a penalty in the third. Jack made a good outlet pass from around the goal line. Bratt breakaway, gets hooked down. Nico Hischier gets stopped right in the center slot on 2 golden chances on that power play by Wedgwood. Tays after that made a kick save, a skate save on Timo Meier. He was there on the side of the net after another little scrum. Puck bounces over to him. He's got a wide open net to shoot at, and Tays sticks a skate out there and takes a puck off the ankle, but keeps the Devils from getting on the board. So that was basically what happened over there. I have that right here. Tays stops Timo rebound shot at open net with a skate save. That's my note right here. UGH. And that's basically the story of the game. Scott Wedgwood does what he does, and another goalie, another former Devils goalie, has an insanely good game. By the way, did anyone see Mackenzie Blackwood let up a touchdown the other night to the Tampa Bay Lightning? Remember when he came to town and played the Devils? He was looking like Marty Brodeur in there. Yeah. Back to giving up touchdowns as soon as he plays some other teams. Devils lose 4-0 tonight. Kind of a lackluster game there from the boys. But we go back to Friday. We're going to go back in time. Sam Wu said he had the Back to the Future soundtrack songs. Was that a lie, Sam Wu? I guess it was a lie. Well, we're going to go back in time to game number 29, Friday night, against the Seattle Kraken, because we didn't have a Devils After Dark on Friday night, because Sam Wu, he was hobnobbing it.
Whoa,
some of the big shots over there at his job.
Whoa.
It was,
We didn't really go over how we were going to do this, so I'm caught off guard.
Oh. Well, go ahead and play it whenever you can, Sam Wu. I'll go through the recap real quick. You can have fun. Hop in the DeLorean. We're going to go back in time to Friday night right now. The start of the 5-game homestand. So we can talk about something good and fun. Game number 29 on the season. Devils got some practice in over there. Markey back in net. Tuna's back in the lineup. We get players selected for the Four Nations team. Markstrom, Jack Hughes, Eric Halla, Jesper Bratt for Devils. Dougie played his 800th game. That was Dougie's 800th game. And we got to thank the Seattle Kraken, by the way, because on their road trip, they beat the Canes, they beat the Islanders, they lose to us, and then they beat the Rangers. So, go Seattle Kraken. Big fan right now, the old Kraken. Well, if the Devils were able to pull out a win on Friday, a 3-2 win, and there were some good things that happened here. Started out with Burkowski, got a goal there. Flies up the ice, puts a quick move around Luke and rips a high shot. Far side, impressive goal. Uses his speed to get around Luke Hughes. Not many people can do that. As we know, Luke has got the afterburners. And then Luke says, okay, I see your goal. And I am now going to get my first one of the year. Because remember, Luke didn't start the season. He was on injured reserve there to begin the year. So Luke gets his first goal of the year, down low, sharp angle, puts a shot up high, and it deflects off Grubauer's shoulder and into the back of the net. That tied the game up. That was at 12:27 of the first, and that was a response as well because the Kraken scored at 10:16. But then the Kraken get a power play goal early on into the second. The Devils get 4 guys caught on one side of the ice. Oh, that's not good. And Shane Wright is left open on the other side. One-touch pass across to a wide-open Wright, who goes mid-high, far side, opposite way of where Markey was sliding across. So Markey sliding this way, puck goes back that way. Yeah, good shot, good goal. Cracking up 2-1. But then Jesper Bratt says, okay, Dougie, you get your 800th game and everything like that. That's all nice and good. But this is my 500th game. And I'm going to make sure I get on the scoreboard for it. And he does. He shoots around. I don't know how he did this, but he shot around an Andre Palat screen in front of Grubauer. Grubauer gets it with, I think, his arm or his blocker. And then it hits our old friend Adam Larson. Hey, Lars. He learned from Damon Severson. The own goal. This wasn't a butt puck, but I think it was a knee puck or a thigh puck. Off of Grubauer. Off of Lars. Nothing but the back of the net. Jesper Bratt gets his 13th of the year, his lucky 13th, in his 500th NHL game. Good for Jesper Bratt. Ties it up 2-2 at 8:03 of the second period. Jack Hughes got stopped on a breakaway after that. He drew a slashing penalty that was power play. Didn't really do too much over there. And then into the third, oh boy, our man, who played pretty good that last game. The Bulldog was unleashed. It's Timo time. 53 seconds into the third period, he gets a milestone, his 200th career goal. So he had Dougie in his 800th game, Jesper in his 500th game, and now Timo Meier gets his 200th goal. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me goals with Timo Meier. Ooh, yeah. Unassisted, long-range shot, group arrow goes to cover. And what he does is with his stick hand, the blocker hand, he goes to push the puck to the side over to his glove so he can cover it up. But he pushes it too hard, and it goes right underneath his glove and out the other side. Puts it back, and then Timo just kind of taps it right in. 200th goal! And then you got Luke doing some spinneroonies at the top of the blue line there, igniting the crowd. Started a run of like 3 or 4 good opportunities from the Devils. And then they shut them down defensively. They shut down the Kraken. They kept them to the perimeter. The last 5 minutes or so, Markstrom came up with some really, really big saves. They pulled the goalie, obviously 6-on-5 situation, but the Devils hold on, and they start the homestand with a win, a good hard-fought win on Friday, and then they kind of followed up with this dud here on Sunday with a 4-0 loss. So the Devils now 1-1 on this homestand, 30 games into this season. Want to know what you think of this team? We always talk about that 10-game stretch. All right, well, we just hit another one of those plateaus. How do you think this team is doing? I got to check on their, what is their full record now? What are they, 18-10? I got to look real quick. 18-10-2 with 38 points. 2 points out of first. Washington's actually got 40 points. They're 19-6-2. So 30 games played, 8 games over 500, only 2 OTs, 38 points, sitting good in second place over there. Let's hear what you think about it on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. And we got to bring in, you know who, the king of the football calls himself. Even though he didn't have one on these last 2 games, that throat is resting up for the eventual Dougie, I don't need my Flutie Flakes Hamilton point streak coming. Now that Dougie's gone 2 games without one. You know he's going to rattle off like 6 or 7 in a row. And Mrs. Wu will hear a lot of yelling coming from the bunker. But let's check in with the man, the myth, the legend. He's a catch that Mrs. Wu is reeled in. Sam, by God, Wu. Oh, now he's got the music. Oh, see, he gets the music for himself over here. So I see how this. Oh, isn't that nice?
Friday, Sam. What happened, Scotty? I just came back from the DeLorean. Devils win 3-2 over the Kraken. We're on a roll right now. We're just going to steamroll the Avalanche tonight.
Yeah. You gotta set the flux capacitor to a different date and time. I think, my friend, you're a little late to the party. Late to the party. It would be nice.
I'm going to the Big Ten championship game tomorrow. Penn State's going to whoop Oregon.
Oh man!
Maybe we should fly a DeLorean, over Prudential Center. Hey, Mr. Harris, clean up this dumpster fire of the game.
Well, the Devils, this is the 5th time they've gotten shut out, which is ironic because they're still like number 5 or number 6 in the league in scoring. And an even more ironic twist of fate here. Do you know what team I believe they're tied with for getting shut out? That would be the Edmonton Oilers. How in the hell have the Oilers and the Devils both been shut out like 5 times already this season? That makes 0 sense whatsoever.
I've been trying to make it. I've been trying to figure that one out. I asked Chico Resch as well. It's feast or famine, is what some people are saying in the YouTube live. I honestly think that a lot of it's luck too. Like, so it's not like there are times where the Devils are just getting their shots on goal, but shutouts. Either shutouts or it's 6 goals that they can score in any given night. It's weird.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to explain it. To tell you the truth,
maybe
I really don't.
I can explain it this way, philosophically. On any given game, a goaltender can get hot.
Oh yeah,
just like the playoffs. Like, you could play an 8th seed as a 1st seed, but on any given night, a goaltender can steal one. These goalies are good in the NHL. Like, every single goaltender is good or even great. It's just some days you have it, some days you don't. Sometimes they're crossbar, sometimes it's off the post. The other team.
Sometimes the refs blow the whistle, even though the puck is already in the net, and they say they lost sight of it. Sometimes that happens too.
Yeah, sometimes the refs are paid off.
I don't know how to figure this one out. The Devils and the Oilers. I mean, it just seems so unlikely that these teams with so much firepower would be shut out that much already this early in the season.
You see it.
5 times in 30 games. That's a lot.
You see it in other sports as well, like even baseball, if you think about it. Sometimes you get shut out, and then the next game you're winning 16-5 in baseball. It's trying to explain it, Scotty. You know what? If I were the Devils right now, I would take it as we didn't get our butts kicked, even though we did. It's just one loss. Like, all these shutouts is just one loss.
Yeah.
As long as you don't have, actually, that doesn't even make sense either. I'm thinking out loud here. But I mean, how many shutouts? 5 shutouts?
5. We've been shut out 5 times.
But a loss is a loss, right? A loss is a loss.
A loss is a loss.
So I'd rather have 5 shutouts and have the Devils' record than having so many close games and be like 0-17.
I'll go with that. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, Max is just saying that Keefe was expecting an emotional response from the team and didn't get it. So the only, silver lining here is that the Devils don't have off. They have a ton of games this week. Not like last week where they were off for a good portion of time. The Devils, they're right back at it on, it's Tuesday night, right, that they play?
Yep.
Yes, Tuesday. They get to Toronto, then they get the Kings, and then they get Saturday, they get the Blackhawks. So they got 3 more games coming up this week. It's just game. So that might be a good thing for them because they seem to do well in those situations where they do have the rapid fire games like they've been having all year so far.
But they're not doing well at home, Scotty. And that's a problem.
Oh, I know. Yeah, no, that's definitely a problem. It looked like they were turning the corner, but this one kind of sets them back a little bit. Now, the thing is how do they respond in this next game? Especially it's Toronto, it's Keefe's former team. They better be up and ready to go for this game.
Yeah. Which Devils team is going to show up? I mean, that's the big question. Which team is going to show up?
Devils played like they were drinking and playing. Yeah, the home woes continue. I mean, this has been going on all season so far. And we talked about it, giving those home crowds something good to cheer about. This is not the way to do it. Even if it is in these situations where you just get at least one goal, put one behind the goaltender. It didn't happen again tonight. And it's just ironic also that this keeps happening to former Devils players, when they come in, especially the goaltenders like Wedgwood and Mackenzie Blackwood. Any goaltender with Wood as part of their last name, just fear, okay? But they got to figure it out. I think Sheldon Keefe will. I think they're going to get up. They better for this Toronto game, Keefe's old team. Because if they don't, they're going to get embarrassed. Now, nothing to take away from Colorado either, because that is a damn fine team over there. With McKinnon, Makar, Neshkushkin. I always say that wrong. Neshkushkin. Here we go. Rantanen, Lehkonen. They're stacked. So, let's not forget that. Colorado's a damn good team, too. But still, the Devils got to figure this out at home. They got to get up. They got to be ready to go. Cristiano, that's right. Wedgwood has a .970 save percentage against us. Unbelievable. So, okay. We're going to chalk this one up to let's move forward. Let's put this one behind us. We had a good win against Seattle. Played really good defense in the third to hang on. This game just looked off from the get-go. How do they bounce back? And can they start scoring the first goal again? Because the last number of games, it feels like they've fallen back into that. We're asleep in the beginning, and we go up the first goal, and then we're chasing. So let's see if they can bounce back on Tuesday against Toronto. Put one home first, and put some pressure on the other team, the opposing team, who's coming in here on the road. Let's make it hard to play at the Rock for other teams. That's what we want from the Devils. Two shots in the second. Nichushkin. It's a hard one to say. Trying. Nichushkin. But either way, good win on Friday. Lots of milestones there. Dougie, Timo, Jesper. Loved all that, but today was a dud. I'll somehow, I'll say that like Brian Daboll came to the game and like tried to give the Devils a pep talk, and that's what went wrong. That's what I'm going to go with. That happened. So bring in Tom Coughlin instead, and then let's see the Devils come out against Toronto and exact some revenge. Because wait, did they lose or did they beat Toronto when they played them earlier this year?
Lost.
They lost, right?
Badly. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So let's see if we can get a little revenge on that. Do we need to put Big Mac in the lineup again? I don't know. We should see. Legare hasn't been too awful. But is Tatar, is he not, should he not be on that third line? Should they put Cotter back up there? Because Cotter seems to have gone ice cold here. So do they move some stuff around? We're going to see. I'll leave it up to Coach Keefe. He's been pushing all the right buttons so far. But, yeah, 5 shutouts already on the year. If the Devils weren't 5th or 6th in scoring in the league, I would say it's pretty damn alarming. But whatever it was, they were just not finding their way into full gear tonight. So we'll see. We'll be back at it Tuesday, though. We promise. Post-game style and pre-game style. Game day live, of course, with Vinny and Shorts Guy and Sam Wu. And then, Sam and I afterwards here on some Devils After Dark action. Tuesday night against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Hey, wake up, Sam Wu.
What's up?
Let's go.
Go where?
We want to hit the music, We want to wrap everything up here.
Sorry, Scotty. I've been driving all day. I've been driving the last 72 hours, so I'm a little off my game. And I apologize to the folks that are listening in. But there's the music.
There it is. There it is. Tuesday night, we're back at it. No shutouts, boys. Let's go. Get pumped. Get ready to play. And the Maple Leafs come to town.
Alrighty. Want to thank all those tuning in. Till next time, let's go Devils.